Gillingham, with a striker crisis, had no problem in opening the scoring against Cheltenham. McGlinchey setting up Nicky Southall, and they took the lead. But in the second half, the Gillingham defence were caught napping, and John Brough came in with the equaliser. It ended Cheltenham 1, Gillingham 1.
Surprise at having to play a replay against Cheltenham turned to relief with their first goal. A John Hodge cross found Andy Thompson, whose slightly fumbled strike was good enough to put them 1-up. And they pushed home their advantage just a quarter of an hour later. Bob Taylor passing to Adi Pennock, who scored a rare goal for him to make it 2-0. But they made a meal of it. In the second half, they let Cheltenham into the game, and Russell Milton made no mistake when he put the third division club on the score sheet. And it got worse not long after. The Gillingham defence was caught well and truly napping to let Neil Howarth score an impressive equaliser. Was saved when Brian McGlinchey struck a long hard ball. Nyron Nosworthy missed it, but it went into the net anyway. Big sighs of relief all round with that result. Gillingham 3, Cheltenham 2. Gillingham made the most of a Darlington mistake for their first goal. Defender Guy Butters turning striker in the 17th minute. Then, just before half-time, top scorer Bob Taylor made it 2-0. 2 minutes into the second half, Taylor did it again with his 17th goal of the season. Little wonder Manchester City recently upped their offer to 1.2 million. Gillingham did let one through, but Darlington's consolation goal from Peter Duffield was too little, too late. So Gillingham's 3-1 win takes them into the third round of the Cup for the first time in 4 seasons.
Hesenthaler and a Nicky Southall finish gave Gillingham the lead against Walsall. A deflection helped the ball in, but no complaints from Southall. Defender Barry Ashby handled as he tried to clear a second-half corner, and the ex-Manchester United striker Mark Robbins scored yet another valuable FA Cup goal. The replay is next Tuesday evening, and the winners will have a home tie against Bradford City. Smart play by fullback Roland Edge set up Gillingham's opener. His cross bamboozling the Walsall defence, and Tony Barras heading in the neatest of own goals. A minute before half-time, Walsall's Chris Marsh broke down the right. His cross was headed clear, but into the path of Barney Larrison, whose volley thundered past Vince Bartram. A superb strike. Gillingham dominated the second half with winger John Hodge carving his way through the Walsall defence, but Junior Lewis wasting a golden opportunity. Hodge, who was only brought on as a sub, tormented his former team, and another of his mazy runs eventually set up the winner in extra time for Andy Thompson.
I just got in the box and just kept going really, and found myself in the position where I beat 2 or 3 players, and apparently I should have shot. People saying we thought you were going to shoot. I should have and maybe claim the glory myself, but I just put it in the danger area, and Tom I was there and slotted it in, which was fantastic.
Gillingham's reward, a 4th round home tie against Bradford tomorrow night. The builders may be in at Priestfield, but the fans would take the roof off anyway in their present mood. Gillingham celebrating victory over Bradford from the Premiership and marching on to the 5th round of the FA Cup, and in the last 16 for only the 2nd time in their history. It took the Gills 40 minutes to take the lead. A long ball from central defender Guy Butters. Andy Thompson nipped in between a Bradford defender and the goalkeeper and deftly flicked the ball in. It was Thompson's 11th goal of the season. He cost just £25,000, and he's turning into the bargain of the season. Gills took the game by the scruff of the neck in the second half, and winger John Hodge proved too tricky for the Bradford defence as he set up Andy Hesenthaler, whose shot hit the post. Nicky Southall followed up, and his shot cannoned off a defender. The Gills had the Premiership side on the run, and minutes later, skipper Paul Smith's shot brought a superb save from Matt Clark. Hodge floated in a fine corner, headed on by Butters, and Barry Ashby guided the ball in. With 13 minutes left, Bradford pulled a goal back. Peter Beagrie's run and cross, and another Premiership veteran, Dean Saunders, scored the goal. A minute later, and Gillingham put the game beyond Bradford's reach. Hodge's shot took a big deflection, but they all count. Gillingham 3, Bradford 1, and another memorable night for the Kent club. Another home game for the Gills in the 5th round, either Sheffield Wednesday or Wolves on Saturday, January the 29th.
Wind playing a part again there. That was Alexanderson to De Bilder. Sibon in the centre. Deflection there. Oh, and Sibon! Oh, it's gone in, maybe, off Pennock. Sibon starts the celebrations for Sheffield Wednesday. And that's broken for Thompson. In the centre, Saunders here. Jumps for Gillingham. Oh, he's got it! The substitute has done it. Mark Saunders has equalised for Gillingham. after coming on. His first significant contribution has brought them level in the cup tie. Good early ball in, and Saunders turns here against Nolan, and he really places that beyond the dive of Cernicek. And Saunders is there again, so is Butters. And it's a header's back in, and it's there! And it's Thompson! It's Thompson this time! And Gillingham have scored twice in 2 minutes! What a turnaround! Sheffield Wednesday don't know what's hit them, but it's Andy Thompson, the cup hero again for Gillingham. Would you believe it? Guy Butters with the free kick, and this is where the practice on the training ground pays off. Pennock gets the header in, and Thompson the second header. That's Southall! Oh, unbelievable! Nicky Southall has made it 3-1 with one of the best goals you'll see in the FA Cup. And two Gillingham players are flat out, never mind those celebrating, there are two men flat out on the halfway line. But look at this from Nicky Southall. It's a wonderful volley, and Cernicek never got off the ground. Never mind got near it. It's 3-1 to Gillingham. And surely now they're in the 6th round for the first time ever.
It was your substitution that changed the face of the game.
Well, I think whoever scored the first goal would have given us the lift that we needed, and thankfully it was me, and the lads just went on from there. And we will always keep battling. We will never stop. That's the sort of side we are.
Nothing. What came through your mind when the ball arrived at your feet?
I mean, the wind was behind us, and I've just chest on and turned, and it's just sat up quite nicely. I've just thought, just hit it, take your chance, and luckily enough, it's gone in the top corner.
It's the second biggest day in Gillingham's history. After their Wembley heartbreak in the playoffs last May, they play in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup for the first time before a capacity crowd here of 35,000, and Gillingham themselves have 6,800 tickets in the West Stand. Gillingham in all yellow, their second choice strip. That was Hessenthaler, number 8, the player coach, takes a tumble. Paul Durkin right on the spot. Jody Morris was the player he collided with. And everybody coming in together there. In fact, Andy Thompson got a good touch on the ball ahead of a defender, couldn't direct it wide of De Hoy. This is Gustavo Poyet for Chelsea. Flo is waiting in the middle. That's Torre Andre. Flo! Chelsea have scored in the 17th minute. Chelsea letting Southall go a bit there. He's got Edge coming up in support. Thompson's on this side, so too is Hessenthaler. This is Lewis. Thompson coming in. Gillingham's best effort of the half. Oh, John Terry! And Chelsea have scored. And John Terry gets his first senior goal. Ware's closing in. Oh, Walker to Bartram. And it's now 3. It dropped over the goalkeeper's head. Oh, there's a tug back there, surely, by Marcus Browning on Jody Morris. And the referee has given a penalty. Need a goal. And he's got one. 4-0 to Chelsea. And it's Lambourd's cross. Sutton is coming in. And there's the strike by Jody Morris. And Jody Morris again. And it's in. It's 5.
To play in front of 34,000, great stadium, against world-class players, and how they keep the ball and how they work and how they close you down. So we would have learnt loads, and some of the lads are a bit disappointed, but I've told them they shouldn't be, because what they've done this year has been really first class.